Hi Year 2, welcome to Topic. It's computing today. It's actually a really important day for computing because it is Safer Internet Day, and that means that children up and down the country, at school and at home, will be taking part in Safer Internet Day activities, online safety. I know that at school we are super lucky and you children know lots and lots about online safety. So today we're going to move on to reliability. That's a really big word, and what it basically means is knowing that things online can't always be trusted. Sometimes you might come across real information, actual real facts, but sometimes you might come across fake news, fake articles, fake information, stuff that isn't true. So today what I have done is collected some information about some familiar people you may know at school and put them together on a website. And you're going to put your detective hats on and decide if those things about those members of staff are true or not true. And I'll show you what we're going to do after the story video that you're about to listen to called DigiDuck. So I can't wait to see your work later on. I'm looking forward to seeing it. Have a super afternoon exploring reliability and have a great day. Bye.
Detective DigiDuck. School had nearly finished for the year and DigiDuck had one last project. His teacher, Mrs. Goose, had asked the class to find out about animals that live in the forest. DigiDuck knew his parents had friends in the forest, but he'd never been. Forests were a mystery. He needed to rush though. Crazy Cat and Footy Fox were on his family farmyard games team and they were so close to winning. If he could do this quickly, they could still play before bedtime. He searched online for forest animals. There were so many websites to choose from, but one picture caught his attention straight away. Perfect, he said happily. DigiDuck discovered that a deer's antlers are the fastest growing body part of any animal in the world, and once they start growing, they don't stop. Doves travel for thousands of miles when they migrate and are happiest in cold weather. All dragons can fly and breathe fire. They live in the deepest, darkest forests. That's incredible, said DigiDuck. He looked at the clock. Crazy Cat would still be online. Game time. Later that week, when Mrs. Goose returned his work, he was surprised. "Oh no," he exclaimed. "I wonder where I went wrong." He arrived home feeling glum, but soon cheered up when he saw that Wise Owl was visiting. He was a good friend and had helped DigiDuck before. "I don't understand," said DigiDuck, showing them his work. "The website I chose had lots of information and fantastic pictures. I thought they were all facts. How can I tell the difference?" "Something is only a fact if you can prove or show that it's true," explained Wise Owl. "Like the fact that all birds have beaks. We can see that. We know that it's true." "So, if I said all birds have, 8 legs, that is not a fact." "I know it's untrue because I am one," replied DigiDuck. "Precisely," said Wise Owl. Also, things you read or see online might just be ideas that people have. I could see on the internet that Brave Bat is the best superhero, but you might think that Daring Duck is better. We can't say who's right or wrong because there are opinions or feelings that we have. To check if something is a fact, you have to be a detective, DigiDuck, and look for information or clues in other places too. DigiDuck leapt up enthusiastically. Detective DigiDuck on the case. He quickly stopped in his tracks. "Hang on, where else are we going to look for information?" "I'm going to teach you 3 things that you can do to help decide if what you found on the internet is fact or not. We'll use a different one for each forest animal," explained Wise Owl. "We'll video call one of the animals, we'll chat with your parents, and we'll look on another website too." "This is going to be amazing," yelled DigiDuck. Please can we call the dragon first, please? We'll save the dragon for later, but we'll call my friend Big Buck first. No one knows more about being a deer than a deer himself. The call connected and a magnificent stag appeared on the screen. His antlers were quite unexpected though. Hi, waved DigiDuck. The internet says that your antlers grow really fast and never stop, but now I'm not so sure. Our antlers grow remarkably fast, said Big Buck proudly. That part's true, but we shed them in the spring and they grow again in the summer. Wait, they come off? Quacked DigiDuck, turning a little pale. It's okay, chuckled Big Buck. They're meant to, and it doesn't hurt a bit. They returned to the project over dinner. Mummy Duck, can you tell us anything about doves? Asked Wise Owl. I know that doves are truly extraordinary flyers. It won't be long before our friends think about heading off again. Where to? Asked DigiDuck. The internet said they like cold places. Not all doves are the same, but some fly an exceptionally long way to get to warmer places, and this migration lasts many months. Oh, the stories they tell, replied Mummy Duck wistfully. Right, Detective, what have you learned so far? Asked Wise Owl. DigiDuck studied his notebook. To check the information you find online, you need to talk about it with an adult. You might even know an expert who can help too. Very good, replied Wise Owl. That just leaves a dragon. Ooh, I can't wait, said DigiDuck, hopping excitedly. Before we start, it's useful to ask yourself some questions about what you've discovered online. There might be things that you already know that can help. A good detective thinks really carefully about the clues to decide what the facts are. What do you know about dragons so far? Asked Wise Owl. The website said they can fly and breathe fire, replied DigiDuck. Have you or anyone you know ever seen a dragon? Wise Owl asked kindly. I've seen a dragonfly before, but not a flying dragon. I don't think anyone I know has seen one of those. Have you seen any other photographs, videos or news reports about dragons in your books, on TV or anywhere online? I don't breathe fire. I watched a video about Komodo dragons, but they're actually the biggest lizards in the world. There are fire-breathing dragons in my bedtime stories, but lots of made-up things happen there too. DigiDuck sat quietly, considering the clues in his mind. After a while, he said with a little sigh, I think dragons might not be real. I'm afraid they aren't, comforted Wise Owl. The information you found about dragons was untrue. They only live in made-up stories, but what terrific stories they are. Wise Owl and DigiDuck searched online for a different animal to complete his project. The family farmyard had lots of interesting forest facts, and DigiDuck also checked a website that Mrs. Goose had shown them. On the last day of term, the children were bursting with excitement. As a special treat, Mrs. Goose had arranged a picnic lunch at the forest school. So children, last night I asked all the teaching grown-ups in Year 2 for some sentences about themselves. And I asked them to tell me 3 facts and tell me 1 untrue thing about them. And what I've done here, Year 2, is I've listed all the adults that I asked. So I asked myself, Mr. O'Malley, Mrs. Mars, Mrs. Chapman and Mrs. Parsons. And then I wrote the 4 things that they told me about themselves in the column below their name. Now, what you need to do, Year 2, is read through each thing about that member of staff, and you need to find the fake thing about them. When you found the fake thing about that member of staff, I would like you to click on the love heart, and it will show that one person thinks that's fake. So choose your 4 things, for example, these 4, and then you can come off that website. And what I can do then later on is see which statements have the most likes, and that will tell me what do people think is the fake piece of news about the teachers in year 2. Once you finish this task year 2, you're going to do something very similar for me. You're going to write 4 things about yourself. 3 of the things are going to be truthful things about you, and 1 of the things is going to be fake about you. Once we have your work in at the end of the day, what I will do probably tomorrow is I will put the collection of statements about everybody either on a Padlet like this in front of us now, or on our school website, where you can see what other people have said about themselves and you can vote on what you think is fact or fake. Remember what DigiDuck and Wise Owl said: not everything online is going to be true. So on this page here, lots of the things are true, but some of them are not true. So don't always believe everything you see on the internet. Have a great day, year 2, and I'll see you all super duper soon. Bye.